He once told me, FaceTime me at, 10 in the morning. I answered the phone. He said, Cuddy, you still asleep? I can't trust you.
Well, he said what?
You still sleep? I can't trust you. It's 10 o'clock. He was up. Already done went through workouts. He asked me if are you working on music? He said, you still sleeping? What are you doing?
Right.
You feel me? I'm like, what can I say back to somebody that's looking over a view like this, but they looking through all Manhattan?
Right.
What can I tell him? Man, I am, bro. I'm going to get money. No, I'm not. I'm asleep. Now I'm up working. Like, even though I was up, I told him I was up all night working. He's like, that's not good enough.
It's Stu Anima here with my co-host as always. He is the man, he is the brand, Jay Thomas.
What's going on, Stu?
How you doing, man?
Good. How you doing, man?
Doing good.
Always good to see you, man. We're here.
Special guest.
The one and only.
The one and only.
Honesty.
Honesty is in the building.
Honesty.
What's up,
man? Clap it up. He is here.
Honesty, we're here.
He is in the building.
Yep, from Middletown, Ohio, raised in Cincinnati, former athlete.
Good.
And now here you are, beginning your journey into the music industry, man.
So very good.
Good to have you.
Appreciate it.
We appreciate you, man. Good to have you. And I'm just excited to see what's about to go on with everything that you have planned. But, behind our show, The Millennial Believer, the whole purpose is to give, millennials the opportunity to tell their story. And, we talked with Kyle Logan and we talked about, you don't know my story. A lot of people have a story, but most people don't have an opportunity to tell it. So whether you're a model, entrepreneur, athlete, artist, producer, we're here to give everybody that outlet. So appreciate you. So
I appreciate you.
We appreciate you again, man. So first of all,
he got to have that last appreciation.
What made you transition from being an athlete to music? I didn't see it coming. I'm looking at you growing up as okay, I'm trying to hoop like him. He had a better shot than you.
Oh man,
that's for sure. Hey, me and Stu actually have a game that we have to play. Don't get
y'all
into
know
too
about
much
this.
details.
Y'all know about
me and Stu actually have a game.
It is an undercover game that's about to happen.
So
and we'll definitely let you know
about that transition.
We'll let you know about the outcome.
But as far as transitioning from playing basketball to music, I don't know. I didn't see it coming myself either, really. But I just figured once I stopped playing ball, because there's a lot of politics that goes on. I'm playing Division III basketball at this point after being recruited by Division I schools. I figure, it's pretty much pointless. Like, that's just a slap to my face to me. I played last year, averaged 20 game. But that's child's play in that league I was in. So as far as that, I stopped going to class as much, and I found myself into the music more. So I just started writing a lot.
Just following your passion. It's all about, make your passion your paycheck.
Yeah, for sure. That's exactly what I found something to replace basketball, because I went away from basketball. I went to school in Akron, just went to school just to be a student. And I'm like, that was cool, but I was in the gym from literally 12.
You wasn't feeling it.
Yeah, I wasn't going. I was in the gym the whole time. Like, I was on the practice team. I was supposed to walk on there. That didn't go around. Like, man, I wasn't feeling the class aspect.
Because college is great. It's awesome.
You feel me? Yeah,
but it ain't for everybody.
Exactly. I could do class, but I always was a person to do my homework. But then got to a point where it's like,
your heart ain't even in it.
Basketball is what made me want to do my homework. Right. I'm not playing.
Yeah. It's like, what's my inspiration for doing it?
With this girl.
Right.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like, growing up, I'm not telling nobody to drop out of school or anything. Get your education.
Definitely don't drop out of school, man. You'll be
growing up, man, I was an athlete then a student. I was doing my work so I could play.
Exactly.
I'm gonna be real with you. That's just how it was.
Just
to
like
be eligible.
It's like in the candy league after the game you can get they give you treats after.
Right.
That's the only reason we playing. We get something after.
So now you in music.
It's lovely.
Is the industry what you thought it was?
As far as that, it's pretty cool. Being an artist, I thought being an artist it was gonna be like less politics as far as like it was in basketball, but it's still a lot of politics. You can't get around politics. So it's crazy, but as far as that's gonna go, it's a lot of scams and stuff that people are doing, like online, these fake accounts, like how you got catfish, like people, they got catfish accounts that are pretending to be this and that can get you this amount of plays. You don't know if they're using robot, like what it is. So I try to stay away from all that. As far as that, I actually had this one DJ promote me. He's not even a scammer though. He's a real DJ. His name's DJ Z. He's from like New York. He's got 125K followers or whatever. So I'm like, hey, go ahead, promote this song, bro. It's hot. Go ahead, send everything to him. I pay him a different way than how he usually gets paid though. So the payment didn't go through. And I told him like, hey, this is how I sent. He's like, all right, everything's good. I'm gonna post the song. he posted, but it's not getting no love for real. So the money gets sent back to me, and he like, hey, send it. I'm like, So I really never got back with him, but it's like all those followers and that, it got played like 4 or 5 times through him. But I self-promoted it myself and got it streaming at over 8K plays right now, you know. So it's a lot of janky stuff going on. I did a show at Mad Fraud. It's my first one. I went with one of my producers. His name AZ. He go by AZ Beats, and my homie Shaw. They came to support me. So we got to pay to get in, mind you. I had to pay $10 to get in there. I'm like, what? I'm broke at the time. During the summer when I first started rapping, I was working at Forever 21.
I remember that.
So I'm working at Forever 21. I'm working a 5 to 10 shift, stocking just so I could get out of there and, you know, had a day to myself to kind of do me. But after a while, I'm like, I'm going to write music all night, 5 coming around. I'm like, man, I'm not feeling that. I end up stop working. Like, I'm out of work for like 2 months. Like, Ali and one of my homies, Hush, took care of me for real because bread was low. And I wasn't telling my parents I quit, like, work. You feel me? They going to see this, but like, hey, this is what it is. I'm here to, like, you know, reveal the story. So I was really putting in work. Like, I went to the studio one night from 1 to 5. It's like, time to go to work. I'm punching out the studio. Like, I'm not going to work, man. I'm going to make this work.
You got to do what you want to do, man. So, you know, now that you're in the industry, who really inspired you? You know, who were some of your musical inspirations? And who are some people that you want to work with?
So as far as inspirations, I definitely say Drake, big inspiration for me. The reason I say him is because it's like similar story. I'm a suburban kid. You know, I come from like the suburbs, like middle class. They mistake it for being upper class, so they think you're like super rich.
At least you're not out here fronting like I'm from the hood.
Of course I'm not going to front.
Yeah.
Like, of course I'm not going to front, but all my homies from there. So, you know, I'm always good, so I can go step out to a ratchet spot by myself if I want to. And I'm like, you know, you want to go here. Like, I know some people too. Like, you know, I played ball, so I was always been pretty popular from that. But aside from Drake inspiration, I like to say like LL Cool J. How, you know, him and Drake so similar. I feel like how LL Cool J made Rock the Bells. LL Cool J, I'm hard as. Then he got a song where he come on like I need love when I'm alone in my room. Sometimes you know, like that, like how he switched over to like that.
Like,
and I got tracks like how I got Creeping. That's crazy. It's got 5K plays. That was the first song I ever dropped. Like 2 of my homies from Akron, Quan Cheatham and my homie Aaron Jackson, they were listening to it. They heard it before I even called them. Like, hey, go play this. Like, we just heard it, bro. That's crazy. Like, and that's when I was recording off my phone, bro. Like putting.
Where do you record at?
I recorded a few different places. My homie MJPK Studios is my dude Jalen Goodwin and my good friend Patrick Keith. They work together. They've been working with a lot of my stuff, and then one of my dudes I've been working with Zoe Almighty.
Okay, so those are some of the people you've worked with.
Yeah, as far as that, I work with a lot of people. I work with my homie LV. We got a new track coming out. This tape should be releasing soon. I've been blowing his phone up crazy. Like, is the song ready? Is the song ready? Let's get this out. Like, I got a lot of crazy tracks going on. That should be coming out soon. I actually got a song I recorded today. It's called Sticking and Moving, and I'm dropping that on Thursday. I should be in Kansas then, so I feel like, you know, as a Drake inspiration, I always wanted to drop something while I'm out of town, you know, at the hotel with a robe on.
Tell us why you're going to be in Kansas.
Oh, yeah, my brother, you know, they had him on the show. Make sure you go check out that episode. Maceo T. He plays for University of North Carolina, Asheville. Freshman right now doing his thing. They're playing right now. I left that to be here. I really didn't want to leave, but I wanted to be here too. So I was like, I got to make that sacrifice. He had 8 when I left at halftime. He'll probably end with probably like 16 or 20.
Quick update. UNC Asheville 64. Furman 58.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
He probably just scored.
Check the stats.
All the stats is up? Yeah, let me know. Hopefully
Wait a minute. The camera over here real quick. Y'all ready? Maceo Teague. 22 points.
How much time left?
7 for 6 from the field. 4 for 9 from the field goal. 4 rebounds. He was leading scorer.
How much time left? Game over?
Game's over.
Oh, yeah.
They won.
Ended with 22.
20. Hey. No, they played the University of Kansas Friday. Kansas top 5, and he's going to go in.
Quick update.
Each game.
Maceo Teague is a freshman. You know, University of Cincinnati Xavier. Y'all missed out on a good one. Y'all overlooked somebody.
They definitely missed out.
Yeah.
They slept. But hey, just like the city now, they sleep on me, but I'm going to be the one to provide for us. I'm telling you.
Let me tell you something real quick. Maceo's averaging 13 points without even the 22 points even, you know, on the update. So,
hey, see how many turnovers he had for me, please. We got to discuss.
It's the ESPN app, so don't show it.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you this. Coming into this game, he had played 134 minutes with 2 turnovers, a freshman. Playing Division I ball. That's big boy ball.
Hey.
The next Steph Curry, mark my word. So, you know, back to, you know.
Hey, can I tell you another inspiration I had, too, though?
Go ahead.
I said what? Drake and Will Smith? No, I didn't. That's who I was getting to. But I said
you remind me of Will Smith, man. You real
man. I'm a big Will Smith fan.
Yeah,
man.
There's a lot of talent there, and I feel the same about myself. A lot of people tell me I should have my own TV show. I should do stand up, and then I rap and I can play basketball. All the same thing Will did. I mean, he got and Will has songs like the Get Jiggy with it. It's just songs that make people feel good. That's what type of
feel good music.
Yeah, you feel me? Like I got a lot of different styles. I play like a lot of people ask me like, oh, what artist do you try to be like or sound like, or what's your specific sound? But I don't have just one specific sound because I listen to so much music, like to where I want my music this sort of like a playlist or something. Like everything I put together, I want it to be like a greatest hits album or now 21, like all great work. I mean, or you could play all my songs on the radio, and then somebody be like, okay, who's this? Who's this? Who's this? Oh, those all honesty. You couldn't tell because I did different stuff with them. It sound different. The auto tune's different. I might use my real voice on it. Float. I mean, I'm just having fun with it, man.
Matter of fact, speaking of the name honesty, because that's amazing. That name is marketable. Like when you hear that, you like that's already somebody that's like on the radio.
It came to me on one of these crazy bars I had. I was ending like a song. I was like, "The truth is here, yeah, it's honesty hour." And I'm like, "Oh, that's gonna be my first little tape called Honesty Hour." Oh, my name Honesty.
Dang.
I'm like, oh, that's hard.
Right.
Honesty. So I'm like, yeah, and I just feel like a lot of rappers aren't telling the truth. I know guys, they driving a nice whip, but I know where you really got the whip from. Like, I end up running into this guy's, I know a guy with a nice whip. End up running to some guy that personally know him. Like, oh, you know him and him. As I was, just discussing how dudes in the industry are. He's like, oh yeah, well I was out such and such, and I let him use my whip. I'm like, oh, that's the same whip in the video.
Right.
I mean, it's not wrong with that, but at least with me, I'm gonna tell you, like, that's not my whip. I pulled up in a nice Lexus. It's my mom's. I got the Mazda 6, and I'm gonna turn that to the Maserati. Been saying that since I started. Mazda to the Maserati. Watch this gear shift on that one.
Dang. He's spitting bars just talking.
No.
It's natural.
Like the freestyles, my mom just texted me, "Hey, mom, we already got it. Look, May scored 22 tonight. Hit 4 threes. Split the players. I told him to hit him with the Dwayne Wade through the. Hey, my young boy, nice.
He did what?
Man.
He split what?
Come through the trap. When they come trap, you split.
Oh,
like
you split
Dwayne Wade, whatever. Yeah, nice. You gotta stay tuned,
man.
But no, as far as being honest,
how would you describe your sound too?
Oh yeah, let me say this. As far as honesty, my first name. I think my first name was like the Kid Ralphie. This was like the first couple weeks because I had to have a name and I didn't want my mom to easily be able to find me because I had my name as like the legendary JT. I'm like, nah, she don't know it for sure. That's me. I can't tell. Like, Mom, no, that's not me. That's just some kid that sounds like me. Kid Ralphie. Who's that? But no, then honesty came to me. But yeah, as far as describing my sound, like I said, everything I do is it's just I'm trying to make good music. That's what I want to do. Like how you could listen to Kanye, you could listen to all the Drake. I mean, like Drake specifically, you can put his music on shuffle, get a rap song, a love song, an in between song, and then you got guys like I like Bryson Tiller, stuff like that, Tory Lanez. So I also do R&B. That's what people don't know. That's what I really started off doing. How I got into music.
You can say it?
A little bit, but you got auto-tune that can enhance it. And I know how to put music together. Like I've been doing that since Mom used to make us go to sleep on these little kids at 8 o'clock. I go in the bed, and when I'm laying in the bed, I rap the whole radio set out. Never wanted to make music till this is how I actually even started making music. It's crazy. Is that I was playing prep basketball down in Atlanta, and I wrote maybe a couple things before I wrote poetry in elementary. The teacher made us do that, but I ended up winning some contests, so I was smooth with that. Then I wrote notes to chicks, so it's all that tied in together to me. So
okay. Well, I will say this. Shout out to our videographer, Konah J. He's a music producer.
Oh, yeah. We were talking on the way here.
Up and coming. And he always told me, Jay, it's not about really the lyrics anymore. It's about the hook and the beat. Producers.
Oh, yeah. I got some dope hooks.
Producers are putting the songs together. And, when you have that good teamwork with the producers and you know how to make the music, it can go a long way.
That's exactly what I'm looking for. I'm being patient on that as far as I'm trying to work with somebody. That's one dilemma that I'm having, that I don't have a specific producer to work with, so I can get the exact beats I want. I mean, I can get beats I find the beats I like the most from YouTube. All the producers I meet online they're new. I'm a new artist, but I'm dope. No new artist has 8K plays. They're struggling. They got 29 plays. They got 400 plays. Maybe 1,000. I mean, my songs get played, and I'm self promoting them too. A lot of guys lazy. I'm putting in work.
That's what I was gonna ask you. How you what's the marketing part of it? The behind behind the scenes part.
It's stressful. That's the part that makes me like, oh yeah, I'm done rapping, man. I don't. The 8K Whoop Chamberlain, because I self-promote, it could probably be a 10 to 12K probably right now. But some days it's like I'm cool, and then some days where I write like probably 3 to 4 songs a day, maybe, or at least work on 3 to 4 new songs, like. Shuffle through finding beats. I'm a machine, man. It's just like basketball to me. You're gonna get good quality out of any of my rap songs. It's gonna be fun. I mean, good bars. I dropped stuff on October 31st on Halloween. Had some cool punchlines on that about Halloween. Just for the people. Like Thanksgiving, I'm dropping again. Got a song coming on Christmas too. It's actually called Jesus. I mean, I don't know. I might stir up some stuff.
He said like, what do you mean by stir up? Well, stir up in what way?
Well, it's called Jesus, and the song's about myself. Yeah, so I don't know how people might feel about me, but a lot of people think that I'm a cocky person. But it's just me feeling very confident. A lot of people, Jesus had 12 people to follow and 12 disciples, but a lot of people was against him, and they didn't think he was going to rise up and do what he did. So watch what I do. I mean, I was raised in the church, so I don't feel like, oh my God, I shouldn't be saying this. But when I wrote this song, I'm like, when I play it, when I'm driving after I hear it sometimes, because I haven't put it out yet, I'm like, okay, Lord, don't strike me. Let me run that nigga. Don't pull me over for this. And I'm like, this is hard, but like, please don't.
So how is that, being a rapper and having so many people against you? Because a lot of people quit because of that. I
mean, it's not even that many people against me, man. Like, I'm self-promoting this stuff, my stuff. So, I'm self-promoting this myself. So, I'm sending it to people, and they're giving me live feedback. Like, what made me actually go ahead and say, okay, you could probably get some people to play your music, because people watch my Snapchat. I will post a 1,000-second story on Snapchat, and I'll still have 800 people at the end that still watched up to the very last one. So I'm like, what if I could just message all 1,000 of these people that follow me, that's watching my every move? Hey, play this track for me. That's 3 minutes, like, and they play it. And then some people, I like that. Some people might not get back with you, but then I'll run into them out like, hey, that song you did was hard. I'm like, you listen to my song?
Right.
Looking, and they'll call me honesty.
Right.
Like, what's going on here?
So you never know who's watching.
Like, yeah, I mean, it's feel like the me with the headband on. That's why sometimes you see me with the headband on. It's not because of Drake. It's because I used to hoop. So that's just my swag. Like, oh yeah, I'm on that tonight.
Right.
The headband. I used to wear that when I was a kid.
You feel me?
Yep. The headband, the sleeve. Shout out to Allen Iverson.
All that.
Yeah.
So have you really experienced any beef in the rap game? Or?
As far as beef in the industry, not necessarily. Like, people, like, they hate on, like, a song. Like, say you go play a song for Stu, right? And you like, hey, listen to this new Honesty. This Jalen, my real name. Like, go listen to this Jalen. So they play like, okay, it's all right, it's decent. And then come to him a week later, play a different song that's about me. Like, hey, listen to this new artist. They're like, oh, that's hard. They're like the same person. They're like, oh. Now they got the sour face. It's me. Like, I can really rap. Like, they try to count me out because they're so used to me being a basketball player. But I can do a lot of stuff. You might see me on the big screen acting. Like, I got a lot of stuff planned that I'm going to get into. Like,
so what's next? What's next for Honesty?
As far as that, I do got a lot of music coming. As far as in 2017, planning to work with a lot of people. Like Vote For Real, my dude Chris Breeze, Sage, DJ T-Dot. I actually want to interview DJ HD. He's a very,
DJ HD, yeah.
He's a very interesting person. It seemed like I like the way he goes about handling his business, and he's his boss. He's sincere like a boss.
DJ HD like the TV.
Yeah, as far as that, but it's next for me. I got probably a tape coming with my homie G Money.
Okay.
You guys will see who that is soon. I plan on signing some artists. It's gonna be, I'm a micromanage all their moves. They need me to do a little bit of writing here and there for them. So I'm gonna get some stuff working for them. My dude Izzy, we got some tracks coming. Shout out Good Guys Co. It's a clothing brand. Shout them out. But my dude Izzy, we got a tape coming. It's gonna be called Izzy Honest. His name's Izzy Incognito. A lot of athletes are into the music, and they can't really be themselves. That's why I'm glad I'm able to do that, because they got coach watching them, so they can't speak on what they want to,
what they really want to.
So Izzy Incognito, he's a Division I basketball player, and he goes by Incognito because you can't see him, you don't know who it is, and his face is hidden. So he's got decent fans, but he can probably way more if they knew. Oh, it's a D1 Hooper. We love him. Right. I mean, he doesn't even have to say much once they get to see his face. So we got a tape coming called Izzy Honest. Me and him put together. There's a lot of different stuff that I got going on for real, man, that I'm working on. Oh, and the Will to Still video is coming soon. That's big for me, getting that visual out there.
Where you going to shoot it at?
A few different places. I can't even tell people because
you don't got to tell me any specifics. I just was Ohio.
Oh, it's gonna be in Cincy. I feel like it's getting chilly, but down on with the Tim's got to be somewhere where it's a little chilly at, so I can get that vibe. Because a girl actually wanted me to come down to Orlando and shoot it. She had some people that she said could shoot it for me. She had some connects, but I turned that down because it's like I don't want palm trees in it. I want that vibe, man. Where I'm from, the city, man.
Right.
You know, I'm trying to really put on.
So give us some 5 fun facts about yourself.
Oh, the 5 fun facts. I had to write those down. I'm sorry. They're the 5 fun facts. I already kind of gave this away. I plan to start my own label under Honesty Music. You know, so I had an artist on there. When I said G Money, that's not the artist that I'll be writing for. Let me clear that up for sure. He write his own bars. He's pretty tough. It's one of my homies. He hooped in Miami. I mean, he's out there in the open that he's an artist now. My homie Jalen Marshall, he somewhat of an artist. He helped me in G a lot.
I didn't know Jalen was an artist. Did you know that?
We can't get too far into that.
Oh, okay.
We can lead that, but we can't get too far into that.
He went to Middletown High School. He played with Jalen Marshall. Jalen Ohio State former receiver now with the Jets, and
made a song for him and everything.
We played AAU with Jalen with Cincy Baller, 7th grade.
Yeah. As far as that goes, with Jalen, he hit me one time. He's like, "Man, your music ain't better than mine." I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? Me, him, and G, we used to all, before every varsity game, my senior year, Jalen was a sophomore, G was a junior. Right before we run out, Jay will probably start the beat or Curve. Somebody start the beat up. I'll start rapping first, then G, then Jalen. We all rapping out. Now later, like, we still doing we doing in life, doing what we got to do, but we make music too. We got like a music side to, you know, like, so it's a lot of different stuff going on. But as far as the fun facts, let me give you all these 5. By the time my brother turns pro, 22 tonight. Let's go back to
22.
Career high, 3 games in a row, 16, 17, 22. Let's keep it rolling.
Keep it going.
As far as that, by the time he turns pro, I want to have my degree, so I can go ahead. I got like a year and a half left. With sports management, I want to be his agent. We get into a lot of money over here. As far, a lot of money over here. As far as me being with the label, like, there's people that inspired me since I've been doing my homework. Master P. Master P said he don't do no drugs. You feel me? You got guys like Future that I like or drugged out, but then Master P like, I don't do no drugs. I came from the hood. Why would I want to be there? You feel me? He managed all these people, and then he played ball. He was doing everything, but he was doing it the smart way. He wasn't getting himself in no trouble. He stayed out of the trouble. So that's why I let my homies do what they got to do. We link back up. You feel me? I'm over here to where I can get y'all away from what y'all got to do. If I could listen to 5 artists for the rest of my life, who would it be? Aside Honesty, I'm not gonna be typical. Say Honesty because I could write my own bars for the when I'm but whatever. I say Drake, Future, Jay-Z, Trey Songz, and
Jay
Party
Thomas.
Next Door.
You said Party Next Door?
Yeah. We could work Jay Thomas in there, but if I was stranded on an island somewhere and had to listen to 5 artists, Jay Thomas would probably be with me. He'd probably be the one kidnapped me. You know, he goes on all kind of trips.
Right.
Tripping like I'm Jay Thomas.
I like that.
Hey, that was live, though. That was actually live.
I like that.
Tripping like I'm Jay Thomas.
I'll help promote that. That's live.
That is pretty live, though.
Speaking, of your talents, can we get a few bars?
Here we go.
Something.
I'll give you
profanity free.
Oh yeah. No profanity. I'll give you. I'll give you something that's coming on Christmas, like a snippet of Jesus. I said, I'll give you the first verse or whatever. I say, I call the shots, quarterbacking like I'm Geno, holy like Jesus, live my life like Al Pacino, a greedy dude breaking bread and seeing C notes, but all I want is green bills with blue strips, no singles. Ooh. Just something slight like that. That's what we
clap it up, man. Honesty, man, in the building.
For sure, man. Come out.
One thing I say, man, I'm in entrepreneurship, and my whole team, my whole circle, we're all go getters. Producer,
for sure,
videographer. We got directors, entrepreneurs. We all go get it.
Right.
And Stu was on the phone with me today. He was like, one thing you got to realize is you're outcast. You're not going to be accepted.
Man, exactly.
With success, it's going to come with hate. People ain't going to like everything you do. They're not going to promote what you do.
Man. Definitely
but I finally accepted as I got older is you can't expect anything from anyone.
do what you got to do.
And when you pursue something different from the social norm, you know, you're not gonna get that support. You know, if I was going to school to be a lawyer or a doctor, I had straight A's. You get all that. I'm proud of you. You know what I mean? You get all of that.
Oh yeah, being an artist. I mean, I don't know how much love you gonna get from somebody.
Artist or entrepreneur, or something different. You're not gonna always get it, but that's cool.
Oh, you're an artist,
because
you
you're not supposed to
too.
see it. You know.
Oh, you're an artist. You better should be working too.
To all the millennials out there watching, you know, this is the Millennial Believer, and the whole point, we want you guys to believe in you. So, you know, what would you say to the people out there watching? Maybe something motivational or something inspirational.
Maybe somebody that's like an artist or somebody trying to.
Biggest thing I can tell you is to be who you are. Be yourself. Like, don't be afraid to be who you are. Don't be caged in. Like, being caged in might make you who you are, though. You know, when I was down like in Atlanta, this was really when I wrote my first rap, and I was like, oh, it's decent. I was in Atlanta. I was playing ball. We had to get. I was getting to this earlier. I forgot, but I'm down there. We got to come back prep wall for New Year's Eve to practice because we're playing a number 4 team in the country, Hargrave Academy. They had Montrezl Harrell play for the. Louisville, dunks on everybody in the NBA now or whatever. They end up beating us, turned up on us in the second half. But down there, the night before, we didn't end up having practice or whatever, but nobody hit me up on New Year's Eve, like, you want to come kick it with us, this and that. I'm in this house by myself, like, I mean, that was like, I'm like, what am I going to do? The internet slow, TV in and out. Like, let me write this track. Because my homies up here was rapping and stuff. So I was like, let me go ahead and write this and call one of them and let them see if they like it. And I actually want to say rest in peace to my homie Rose Gold. Big inspiration for where I write. His name Blake Atkins.
Went to school with him.
Yeah, he make music. That was one of my first friends when I came up to school in Cincinnati, coming from Middletown. And, he made music, so whenever I write, a lot of times I actually go where he used to live at and post outside that area, write a lot of my bars. When I disappear, like, my parents would be like, where you going? I'm like, oh, I'm going to such and such house, but I really be out there writing. Like, I just need my creative space. And, you know, we get a lot of more people, like, coming out and interested in what I'm doing. Word end up getting around from Facebook to my mom. Like, oh, you make music? She's
your mom don't know yet?
She's interested to hear it. She knows now, but I'm like...
But she hasn't heard anything yet?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to get to it. I'll probably let her hear Wild or something, but it's like, it's on the time right. I need...
When the time is right, man.
You feel me? I talk crazy on some of the tracks.
I understand. I already understand. You got to speak your mind.
That's mom, because you feel me? Yeah. One slip up in a rap song and shit, she might be in my ear all week.
All right. That's how it be, though.
So, what I was talking about, you know, how when you decide to do something different, you know, everybody's not going to be with you right away. And like you were saying, you know, somebody that started a clothing line when me and Stu collaborated. We started a lifestyle brand, Mr. Millennials, so I got the shirt on. It's starting to grow a little bit. Got some models that's starting to wear.
Oh, yeah. I actually got you guys a CD. I brought it for you. I got to bring it in. It's in the whip. Yeah, I got to bring it in for you.
All right. So one thing I will ask you, I ask everybody this. You know, Mr. Millennial goes with Millennial Believer because when you decide to believe in yourself, when you go a different route, I know you feel that chip in your shoulder, you know. So you being a former athlete, people didn't take you seriously. So I know.
In and make music.
Have you ever felt that being misunderstood a little bit? So what does that mean to you, being a millennial who happens to be misunderstood?
It's awesome because I make music now. You understand me? How? Because I'm going to post this song on my Snapchat. How? I'm going to send you that song. How? I'm going to post it on my Twitter. How? I'll post it on every social media to where. A lot of times I'll post like other people's lyrics or songs and people are like, you never talk, you never say this, we don't really hear stuff from you. Well, now you got pages.
Promote yourself until it pays off. They're either going to get mad and delete you or they're going to get inspired and support you.
I want people on my page anyways that don't want to click on my song, not people that are like, oh, him again. If that's the vibe, I don't even want you to listen because it's going to come a time where you like, oh, I used to follow him. I followed him. He probably thought I was cute too. No, it's too late now. It's too late now. I mean, you know, I'm really focused on what I'm doing right now. You feel me? Like I'm growing like so much. Like as an artist, it's crazy. Like I got too many songs for me to even be able to record them right now. To where it's like I'm trying to figure everything out. Mine moving way faster than I can move, and anybody else can move. That's why I need a big team, and I'm putting that together so we can get a lot of work knocked out quicker. And hearing somebody playing a song too loud, and I'm like, oh, that beat's crazy. Let me go rap on that beat, and I'll go play it in my car right over if I pull off from here. Or I'll get home like, oh, I want to be like hit that beat from that artist. I'm gonna go in. Or I mean, my inspiration comes from my little brother, seeing him do his thing where he's at. That's a new inspiration because he's been, you know, high school. I'm like, I expect that. Now he's playing Division I college ball. Not only that, but my sister keeps me going. I used to come home to her and something like, hey, listen to this. Like, that's the only person in the family really knew I was making music. Like, hey, let me play this for you. Hey, who here? All right, cool, listen. She was bobbing her head, and she's so into certain music to where it's like, she'll let me know if she wasn't feeling it. So I'm like, oh, yeah, this might work. Then I got my homie Jalen Marshall in the NFL doing his thing, and that's just crazy. Like, that's the closest person I know, and he's playing professional. So like, I know close. So surprised that me saying his name, they don't FaceTime me within the next few minutes. Like, he FaceTime me all the time. He once told me, FaceTime me at, 10 in the morning. I answered the phone. He said, Cuddy, you still asleep? I can't trust you.
Well, he said what?
You still sleep? I can't trust you. It's 10 o'clock. He was up. Already done went through workouts. He asked me are you working on music? He said, if you still sleeping, what are you doing?
Right.
You feel me? And I'm like, what can I say back to somebody that's looking over a view like this, but they looking through all Manhattan?
Right.
What can I tell him? Man, I am, bro. I'm going to get money. No, I'm not. I'm asleep. Now I'm up working. Like, even though I was up, I told him I was up all night working. He's like, that's not good enough. You know, so I got people like that inspire me. I mean, that's keeping me going. Like, I just, and then my homie, like, he used to rap, so I'm just trying to keep it going for him. He wanted the Ferrari. My homie Rose goes, I'm going to get the Ferrari. You see the shirt? I actually got the Ferrari shirt on. Yeah, for sure. I always wanted to go to the NBA, so I feel like I'd still be hooping right now. So I'm going to use this music to keep grinding as if I was playing ball. To get what I wanted from playing
That's
ball.
how I feel with entrepreneurship. I'm
going to get what I want.
That replaced basketball.
You feel me? Find something to replace what you love. You feel me? If it replaces what you love, that means you still love it. I didn't love going to class. I typed up notes that I didn't even use for this interview. But I typed those notes up. But asked me to write that essay for my class.
I'm not going to do it.
Right.
Right, what?
Right.
So still, you got anything else before we end?
I just like to ask all of our guests, at the end, like what wakes you up? Because I remember how you were saying, you just said like you were asleep, and he was like, "Come on, man, you gotta work on your what wakes you up in the morning? Like, I want to keep doing this. Like, what's your why? What's your inspiration? What's your drive?
Said, the things I just said. So since I kind of answered that, I will cover on people that inspired me that actually got me to wake up and actually like go record a song, bro. You're decent. Go record a song, bro. I think you hot. It's my dude, Chris Breeze. He's a rapper from Cincinnati. And as far as like a rapper that's not like super popular, I feel like he's definitely gonna be able to be the one to get some things done. He told me he thought I was talented enough, so I started recording. I got a homie that does R&B as well. His name's Vote For Real, and he had listened to some of my tracks, and he was like, "Yeah, you should go ahead and record some songs," and that's how that went about. And now I'm doing it for real. And once I start something, I don't want to be a quitter. So I'm going to push at it till I can't, till honesty fade. And only way I'm fading is if I go out like Kobe. He scores 60.
Good.
Go out on top.
Yeah, I might have to copy the footage of this because I can use some of this stuff I was saying as bars. You're right. Every time I fade is if I go out like Kobe with 60.
We're going to get you the footage, man. We're about to go ahead and actually sign off.
Yeah, amazing. Sure. Hey, clap it up, man, for honesty, man. I'm glad to be here, man. Hey, man. Amazing.
Before we sign off, I always end it with a quote.
Yeah.
Or, something inspirational. And I'll say this to the people out there watching, the millennials. And maybe you're not where you want to be because it's the in crowd that's, holding you back. The in crowd is like trying to be like everybody else. And I tell people, you can't fit in and stand out at the same time. So, you're going to have to choose. So that's all I got.
Right. So how do you make sure, I got a question since you said that, how do you make sure that you don't, because you don't want to fit in too much with your music, because then it's like,
yeah, I could tell you.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Yeah. So as far as that, I don't fit in too much. One of my friends, Aaron Scotty, told me I bring a different sound to the city. A lot of guys drain it with auto-tune or drain it with trap talk. I smooth talk ladies, discuss some street issues I've been into with friends or been around. So it's a calm mix. Like the artist I named, like Nelly, you don't think he's a rapper. He's a rapper, but you wouldn't hear him going and killing somebody. But, and then he's got smooth songs for women. Like I'm more of somebody that I'm keeping true to who I am, making sure I do that. That's big. I'm just trying to stay as true to myself as possible. And inspire people, because it's people that have actually started making music that have came to me that telling me like, hey, I make music because of what you do, or what do you think about this song? A lot of people send me music all the time that I approve now, You know, they ask for my approval.
Right.
And a couple other things I want to mention. I want to do some features with some artists from around the city, and I feel like we all need to come together as one and make Cincinnati the new Atlanta. How Atlanta had all these crazy artists emerge, and then they just blew up. So on the map, put us all on the map. But everybody want to do everything by themselves.
There you go.
And not team up. Yeah, you know, because I reached out to Cook LaFleur, ran across him in person. He wants $500 for a feature. I mean, I'll pay a decent amount for a feature, but a feature, you think about it, that's like probably him on a verse for 30 seconds. Me to give you $500. You know, that's a slap in my face. Even though I'm a new artist and you got fans, I respect that. But you know, I'm putting in work. Like I'm punching the clock and then getting off the clock, and I'm right on this. I'm putting all of my all into this, and I'm still broke because of that. You know, so for me to give you $500, I can't. And then Insomniac Lambs won $750. Like I had to ask him, "Are you God?" Like $750. Now his homie that does his visuals, so visuals, he's dope with the camera though. Shows coming soon. You know, a lot of music videos coming soon. I plan to take it to the next level here. And you know, rookie season almost over. I mean, don't end till April, but the new year coming, I plan to go up. Appreciate you guys having me in here, man. It's honesty. You know what it is when you hear that. Go check out my track, Wilter, still on SoundCloud. I'm creeping. 8,000 plays, 5,000 plays. You do the numbers. What numbers you doing?